I'm sure you all know that from 1980, Sri Lanka Institute of Distance Education was established. And that's how it all started, distance education. We were all working in that. And then in 1980, the OUSL, I'm not very sure of the accuracy of my dates and all that, 1980, the OUSL was established with two boards of study. One for humanities and social studies, and the one for science and technology, American science and technology. At that time, we had a council of the university. The chairman of the council was an outsider, a very, very competent administrator, secretary of the Ministry of Public Administration, Mr. PhD involvement, and the majority were outsiders. And the next we had the two boards of study. We didn't have a senate at that time, nor did we have faculties. So it was that time I was selected, and if I knew who were the other nominees, I may have withdrawn my nomination. When I knew that Professor Raj and others were also in the list, I would have definitely, but only when the names went up to the president, it was revealed, so anyway, I had to go on. So it was after that we all got together and prepared an ordinance for the university. And in that ordinance, we tried our best to make it look, the administrative part, academic administrative part, as much as possible similar to the conventional system. That's very important. The academic administration part was made much as possible similar to the conventional system. Because if you don't have a senate of a university, people might say, but you go to study in a university. So like that, there were people grumbling about. So we had the senate, very similar to the senates of the conventional system. We had faculties, some people did not fully agree. We tried to get departments, then we had divisions of study, and gradually things became, the academic structure, academic administration structure became more and more similar to the conventional system. But that did not mean the training delivery, the teaching methods should be the same as conventional. This is where things are going wrong. Acts are enacted. I have been involved in 3 places where the objectives were very, very clear why they were established. The Open University, Technical Training Institute in Katanaka, and also the University of Vocational Technology. Very clear objectives why these 3 are established, different from other places. But due to various pressures and desires, comforts, conveniences, people modify it to suit the conditions. That invariably will lead to problems. Will lead to problems. I remember there was only one day when I was here for the 9 years, there was a student protest. That was the day when there were some posters put up against the Minister of Education at that time, who was mentioned in a speech somewhere, students got very angry. They came to me. I took the photographs myself with them. I went with the students to meet the minister at that time. He apologized and said, I never meant it like that. We know the good work you are doing. You are quite different from Atlas Hall and Gulsi Hall correspondence courses. He apologized. And that was the one and only time for 9 years we had a problem. But because people like, professors like Professor Sriyanandan, people insisting that students should be occupied, should be, if not employed, should be at least occupied in the particular field of study. If you are doing civil technology, at least you should be carrying bricks from here to there, bricks in concrete. That's how the start should be. But I know there are people who started that way are now even chartered engineers. So that is what is important. That was the intention of the Open University. I hope the intention is still being practiced. Anyway, if you deviate from that, if you go to the conventional system, you are asking for the conventional problems. This is what's going to happen. And also, the admission criteria at that time was, should be a citizen of Sri Lanka, over 18 years of age, should be able to read and write. People were wondering, how can you do this? And end of the day, get a degree in science, law, engineering. But the staff at the time, we were able to make sure that by the time they finish the foundation program for 2 years, they have attained enough cognitive knowledge to carry on with the course or program of study they are selected. So the word open, of course, had different meanings. I was the vice chancellor in the mid-80s when almost all the other universities were closed. So they asked me if it's open because it's the only one which is open. That was one reason, but true enough, we had a Senate meeting one day during that period. Only 3 members came for the Senate meeting. Who were the 3? Professor Sriyananda, Professor Nali Rattasedi, and Dr. Mrs. Maya Rainbow. Those are 3 people who came for the Senate meeting that day. Height of problems in this country. So, but still we had not a formal meeting, but we had some discussion and it was sorted out. Then open. It was open to the whole country, not just in Navadan. There were times I used to get a bit angry and say, in that case, we'll change this name to University of Navadan, not to the Open University. If you are doing everything in Navadan, might as well call this University of Navadan, not the Open University. Then open entry. If you are putting barriers and hurdles for people to enter, it's no longer open entry. I remember the time when the great effort Professor Sriyananda and others took to get the technology degree. Professor Ratnasiri for the science degree. People are wondering, how can you just read books and get a degree in technology? Get a degree in science, natural sciences? Possible. But anyway, very soon we had professors from the region coming to this country to see how we were doing that. I presume we were told that we were the first distance education university in the world to give the science degree and the technology degree through distance methods. And now there are many others. But we hope we are not going back. After my period here, when I went back to Moroto University, and I was talking about distance education and all that, Senate members, I think you were there, they were laughing at me. They were talking about distance education. Now I feel sometimes Moroto University is doing better in distance education than the Open University. Huh? How come? How did that happen? Are we becoming very conventional? We are becoming very distance conscious? But one thing is this, why are these things going wrong? These things are going wrong because of unhealthy competitions. Unhealthy competitions. The graduates from this university were doing well. I remember the program, if you remember, University Challenge. It's a TV program, I think you are involved in that. Open University was asked to coordinate it. We didn't participate in it. All the other universities, the different disciplines, science, law, technology, there were different fields, and every week we had the program, University Challenge. But we found that one science student in science competition representing Colombo University was doing extremely well in that competition. Later on, Professor Jainopal discovered he is one of our Open University students. Right? Did very well. And similarly, we know of law students who are practicing in the various chambers, in the lawyers' chambers. They knew where to go and do a search for a deed, go to the land registry. They knew how to file a plaint. But whereas those from, even now this morning also I was referring to that, LLB, Colombo and LLB Open University, right? Because those in the University are lacking practical experience now. They are becoming all A-level students. And now with the A-level, who's coming in? Can you guess what's coming in with the A-level students? Nothing but the untrained. Now all the problems are coming up. They want to go to university colleges and get a degree, which is not provided in the Act. In other words, like saying that centers of the Open University will start giving degrees. Degree can be given only from the Open University. The degrees can be given only by a institute, by a university established by Act of Parliament, or one established by the degree awarding institute, like SLIT and SINEC and places like that. KD and KDU, again separate Act of Parliament. You can't just give degrees to anyone. Now, they start a thing called university colleges in the University, and they're doing NVQ 1 to 7. True enough, 7 is a level where you can get a degree if you're in a university. In a degree awarding places, now they're demanding that in 7 they must get a degree. Now, the recent proposal to have a 13-year school program, we are saying that has to be aligned with the NVQ system. Very good idea, very good. Just because they do NVQ level 7 modules in the schools, are the schools going to give degrees? Right? I remember in the NDT program, in civil engineering especially, you should do the engineering degree part 3 subjects in the NDT. Doesn't mean the NDT students should get a degree. Fortunately, unfortunately, from today we are having a former NDT student coming to our ministry as a minister. So we hope we will understand the language of the TVET sector and won't criticize or complicate matters. So these are the issues we have to be careful. So what happened? The students from here want to compete with the conventional system. Don't go to compete. They should not compete, and the academic staff should not encourage that either. We must train a different set of products. There are people going with their practical experience and the theory. Similarly, TT and Patunaka, they were doing very well. Special apprenticeship program which we were involved in setting up. They were doing even better than the NGT and HND and others. Then they were doing well. Then now they want to compete with NGT and HND. And now they are having problems. Similarly, Innovatech. So if we deviate from the original objectives of these things being set up, we are bound to face problems and strikes and demonstrations. Last Tuesday, the Ministry of Skills Development and Vocational Training was surrounded by, for the first time I'm told, by about 600 students from university colleges wanting degrees. There's a system they can get. You can get a lateral entry and go up just like in the Open University. Now these things are the ones which are happening if we deviate from the system. So anyway, there are some key features, and also I would say, in the administration of this university, several new things were started with the help of the staff here, which were later on subsequently practiced in the conventional system. We have what we call a planning and development committee in this place. Because the development, planning and development took place in a very rapid fashion in the mid-80s. And that's first university to have planning and development now they are in all universities. Then we had staff-student liaison committees, right? Because we felt that staff-student liaison here is very important, even more than the conventional system. The students are not here full-time, not supposed to be a full-time, right? And that worked very well, and now all universities have staff-student liaison committees. Then we have, that is all in addition to the statutory bodies of the council, like Finance Committee, Event Awards Committee, and Degrees Committee. Those are statutory bodies. But then many other things were started here for administrative purposes, and other universities are now following that. So the key features, I would say, of this university, which has to be maintained. It has to be maintained. Please do not think of the A-level students as the enemy. There are enough opportunities for the A-level students. Very soon, Very soon the 13-year school program will encourage people to come to places like Open University, University of Vocational Technology. Because they'll be interested in certain subjects, certain courses which are of interest, not just physics, chemistry, developments. There are many other areas in tertiary education which will be of interest, and they can follow it in a non-conventional manner. And for that, we have to definitely, I'm saying very boldly, the foundational courses must be there, right? Then, of course, please bring back the requirement of the students being occupied, if not employed, in the particular field. They should come here for day schools and laboratory work and practicals, right? Unoccupied open university student can be more dangerous than full-time student in the conventional system. They have nothing to do with day schools here and there. So make sure they are occupied. Of course, it's okay, but there was a time when I used to come to work as a vice chancellor coming over the bridge and all that. I see some students leaving the hostel. Good morning, sir, and they are going. When I'm coming, leaving office and going, they are coming back to the hostel. So they were using the hostel as a boarding place, as an overnight stop. We should not allow that. We have to be very strict on that. So these were put for students who come for practical work or day schools, not as a lodging place and doing some job outside. So hostels, people are shocked we are putting hostels here for open students as a time. But anyway, that had a very important purpose. Then of course, day schools. That was a very good concept which was practiced by all the academic staff. Day schools are not lectures. They were discussion classes. Students are supposed to study the material on their own. And now, where are young youth getting degrees from overseas to the internet? Right? There are no tuition masters in front of them. And then, of course, continuous assessment work, which something which we stressed a lot, the academic staff. I'm just telling about all the good work they did. I'm just mentioning, I remember all the things in macro level only. And I feel these key features must be maintained, or if not restored, quickly as possible. Otherwise, don't expect these graduates to be readily employed like from the conventional system. They can be readily employed only if they have the practical exposure, industry exposure. That is what is important. I remember another bit of a bold decision I took the vice chancellor when these scholarships were advertised. When some scholarships are offered to the, trying too much, there were scholarships offered to the Open University, foreign scholarships. And I was insisting these scholarships offered to the Open University should be purely for distance education purposes. Not to get a PhD in chemistry or civil engineering or something like that. For that, there are other scholarships available. Anything offered to the Open University should be for purpose of distance education, teaching of that subject, distance education. Remember sending students to the Silso College for agriculture engineering, right? Any of them here still? Silso College for agriculture engineering. That is for specifically for agriculture engineering, and then teaching methods. And then we became a founder member of the Commonwealth of Learning, set up during the time of Honorable Minister Wijesekara. And we have a lot of help from the COL, and I'm sure that still continuing now. One of the first things I got was getting 10 fax machines for the 10 centers. We didn't have fax machines to start with, 1986, 87. So we started that way, and the Commonwealth of Learning has been helping right throughout, I understand. Because Kumarasan was been contributing very much. So we have made a mark. The Asian Association of Open Universities recognized our efforts, and that went on quite well. So I'm sure I covered most of what I had to say, because I was in a bit of an aggressive mood this morning, and I came back again. I'm sure I've cooled off a bit in the open. Thank you.